You should be aware that the Council is a data controller under the Data Protection Act. Data collected during the webcast will be retained in accordance with Council's published policy. If any member of the public has concerns about this, please speak to a member of staff. Can you please also ensure that mobile phones and other IT equipment is switched off? Are there any apologies for absence, please? Councillor Swan.
Thank you, Chair. I present apologies for Councillors Angelique Foster, Mark Foster, Hoy, Iliff, Musson, Nelson, Rennick and Siddle.
Thank you. Councillor Gillett, please.
And from our side, Councillor Woods and Councillor Collins.
Councillor Fordham, please.
Councillor Niblock and Councillor Burford, Chair.
Thank you very much. Has any member got anything to declare interest-wise in the business before the council today? No? Okay. Could I invite, please, Alexander to introduce the first report? Thank you. Helen, can you do that, please? Of course. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, apologies, just waiting for my mic to switch on. So thank you very much, Chairman. So the report today is to seek formal approval to confer the title of Honorary Freeman of the County of Derbyshire on Albert Keir. At its meeting on the 27th of November, the Council unanimously agreed to support in principle the proposal to confer this honorary title in recognition of Mr Keir's achievements during his life and career, most notably as one of the last surviving veterans of D-Day. This is the highest honour that a principal council can bestow on a member of the county. So it is now proposed that council formally agree to bestow the honorary title of Freeman of the county on Mr Albert Keir. The recommendations are at section 8 of the report before you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Could I have a proposal, please? Councillor Lewis.
Thank you very much indeed, Chairman and Council. It's a great honour to be here today for this particular honour that we're going to bestow, hopefully, on Mr Albert Keir today. And it's great to have as well the Lord Lieutenant in the room as well. So I'm delighted to be standing here today to recommend to this chamber that we bestow the Honorary Freeman of Derbyshire on Mr Albert Keir. I've met Albert on several occasions now, and it's always an honour to be in his company. In Albert, we have a true Derbyshire hero, one who has witnessed the horrors of war at first hand, and thankfully for us, his family and friends, lived to tell the tale. His deeds during the Second World War demonstrate true courage, and the support he has given over the years to honour his fallen comrades through the Royal British Legion is quite remarkable. There is no doubt in my mind, when I make this recommendation to the Chamber today, that Albert is a more than worthy recipient of the highest honour this Council can bestow, and that we formally recognised all that he has achieved. So it gives me enormous pleasure to move the recommendation that the Council confers the title of Honorary Freeman of Derbyshire upon Albert Keir, and that his name is added to the roll of honour kept by the monitoring officer. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Councillor Sutton, please.
Thank you, Chair. I would also like to, I'd like to second this and say that Mr Keir thoroughly deserves this award, and we should be all very, very proud of him. Thank you.
Thank you. Has any member anything to say? Councillor Dixon, please.
Join Councillor Lewis in saying what a great honour it is to be in the presence of such an exceptional man, and so befitting that we bestow the freedom of the county upon you. You represent an absolutely extraordinary generation of strong people who lived through things that, thankfully, my generation has never had to. At the age of 14, you were a member of the local defence volunteers already at the age of 14. And your selflessness continued when you signed up to join the Royal Navy when you were just 18 years old. I imagine most of us cannot begin to contemplate the sights that you must have seen on Utah Beach during the D-Day landings, and how selflessly you rescued the injured who had fallen in the conflict. What an exceptional human being you are. And as I said, you also represent a whole generation of heroes, our parents and our grandparents, who fought and sometimes gave the ultimate sacrifice to defend the values of freedom, democracy and tolerance in the face of inhumanity, fascism and dictatorship. In a world that is currently darkening, you are a bright beacon for us. And I would like to thank you for your service to our country, and also for your public service to the County Council and the people of Derbyshire.
Thank you. Councillor Fordham, please.
Thank you, Chair. I always struggle a little bit with the notion that we are conferring the honour. The honour is ours that you are here with us today. I think the crucial thing for me is the sheer timing of this. Born or almost immediately after leaving school. My own grandfather went to D-Day and received a direct hit. He was the only survivor. I still have the clock with the pendulum removed, for he could not stand the ticking upon his return. The impact on people's lives. They're stories to me, but they are real to the people who went through them. I thoroughly endorse and support the nomination today. It's a privilege for us to have you here, and has been for several years at Armistice Services. We say never again.
Thank you. So, it's been proposed and seconded that the Derbyshire County Council confers the title of Honorary Freeman of Derbyshire on Albert Keir, and that his name is added to the roll of honour. Can I see all those in favour, please? Thank you. That is carried unanimously. Councillor Kemp, our civic chairman, will now present the award.
We're there. In my role as civic chairman, I have the privilege of meeting many remarkable and inspirational people from all walks of life. And it is always a pleasure to talk to them and to hear their stories. However, I have to say that meeting Albert and presenting him with the Freedom of Derbyshire today is most definitely one of the highlights. Albert, it has been an absolute pleasure to welcome you to the council chamber and to bestow you with this honour, if I can get my tongue around it. You are only the second person to receive the Freedom of Derbyshire and are certainly a most deserving recipient. As most of you will know, Albert is no stranger to County Hall, having led our Remembrance Day commemorations on more than one occasion, and we are very grateful to him for this. Albert, your presence here on Remembrance Day helps all who attend the ceremony to really focus on why we are there and to acknowledge the great sacrifices that have been made by so many to give us the freedom we all enjoy today. I am sure that you will have accepted this honour today, not only for yourself, but on behalf of your friends and comrades, alongside whom you stood with such courage and selflessness back in 1944. And of course, with many sadly paying the ultimate price. Your heroic actions during the Second World War have seen you awarded with, amongst other medals, the Légion d'honneur, France's highest order of merit. You are also still active in supporting the Royal British Legion, and in fact, this support has seen you become one of the country's longest-serving poppy sellers. I'm sure I speak for everyone in this chamber when I say how proud we are all to be able to recognise your achievements in this way. And I'm happy to echo the words already spoken by Councillor Lewis in saying that today we are honouring a true Derbyshire hero. I see you come forward.
Councillor Kemp. Chairman, thank you for that. That ends the business for this morning's meeting. Sorry about that. Albert's son. Sorry, I don't know anything other than that, Mr. Peter.
For my father. It's been a real honour for him. Very unexpected. So I'd like to thank everybody for all your kind words today. It's been a top day. Last year in Normandy, one of the interviews that Dad gave to the press, he was asked how he felt on D-Day. Was he scared? And his reply was, well, yes, but because of all the training and the job we had to do, we just cracked on. And I think that's how Dad's lived his life is. If there's a job to do, he's cracked on. He's done a lot of collecting with the British Legion, as was mentioned earlier. But without help from some of his colleagues within Bakewell British Legion and the Armed Forces Veterans Breakfast Club, he probably wouldn't have been able to do so much of that without help from one or two people in latter life. So I'd like to publicly thank them as well for all the help they've given him and enabling him to carry on doing so. But most of all, we're both very proud. So thank you all.
Thank you. That now does end this morning's meeting. Thank you for that. Members of the council and invited guests, I'm very pleased to invite you all through to the members' room to have some refreshments. And if Albert and your guests would like to remain, we can take some photographs for a few minutes and then join